How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another episode of our MLB The Show 25 Road to the Show series with our two-way player, Everett Scott. And we are currently about a month ahead of the previous episode when we did this four-game series against the Miami Marlins. And we are going to be jumping into this three-game series against the Atlanta Braves because if you have not watched the series or just need a little bit of a refresher, in the playoffs the last two seasons, we have been eliminated by the Atlanta Braves, who have went on to win the World Series the first 2 years of our MLB career. So if we could win this series here, it'd be a little bit of a nice revenge series against the Atlanta Braves. I know it's not the playoffs, but any chance we can get to beat them is definitely good. They're 27-16 going into this series. We are 34-10, coming off a three-game sweep of the Washington Nationals. So hopefully we can take that three-game sweep and come in here and have a nice three-game set as well. At least get two of the three. And this is going out on July 4th. So to all my Americans who watch my videos, happy 4th of July. Hopefully you have a good celebration. Like normal, MLB has released a free pack for like the holiday and whatever, so I have changed up some of my equipment. They gave us like 7 bats, which is weird. So I went with this one just because it's got that skull on it. I thought that was cool. They got these gloves, and then, whoops, they did these socks, and then they also did this bat tape. So I just equipped all that since it is the 4th of July. Also, I did change my equipment back to add some more color to it. I kept the cleats and the shin guard or leg guard set to it just changes with our uniforms. So there's that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I am saving up my points still. I do not want to spend them until before the All-Star break. So that we'll see how many points we have before going into that. So, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to jump into this three-game series against the Atlanta Braves. Let me try that again. We will be the DH in games 1, 2, and 3 because we are pitching in game number 2. So their first and third game should go by pretty quick, and then obviously with the pitching performance, that kind of takes up a majority of the video. So you can expect that in this one. But we are going to jump in here. All right, so first at bat in game 1 here against the Braves. Of course, we always start out with a boss challenge. We got nobody on with 2 outs. I think we're going to go for a single. We get a little blooper that might drop. Indeed it does. So it's a pretty weak hit, but it's still a single regardless. So we will always take that. And Paredes will hit that over to the shortstop, who catches it with ease. And we are through the first. Man, I am stumbling my words today. But what else is new? All right, top of the third, we got 2 on, 2 out. We got a little bloop single. See if we can get something again here. That's a little grounder to short. And they get the force out at second. We're boosted at bat here. We got a runner in scoring position. We're up 3-0 with 1 out. See if we can get some insurance, get that runner home from second. That's another little blooper, but that time it is just going to carry to the center fielder. So we had that terrible single in the first, and we haven't done anything since. It's the top of the 7th now, coming back up. Holding on to our 3-0 lead here. Nobody on, 2 outs. All right, we take a walk. Nothing too exciting, but it gets us on base. Paredes hits that into right field. That'll get down. We're going 3. And we're in there easily. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs. We're going to try and steal home here now.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. So up now for Chicago, Alex Bregman. Now check at third.
I might have been a little too late on that. Yeah, the animation was cheesed on that one. Usually it works out because the animation is the third baseman runs to tag the bag. But that one's always a little bit different. Okay, top of the 9th, up by 3. 4-1 game. Nobody on, one out. And that's a solid hit to deep center field, but that will be another out. So other than that single and walk, we are not doing so hot in this one. Even that single, I wouldn't really say that was good. That was terrible. We got lucky on that one. We're going to jump in here, see if we can shut the door on the Braves, get one win down. And obviously moving into game 2, we are the pitcher. That's a grounder. Should be it. And there we go. We take game 1 of the 3-game set. Not a very good game for me. Let's hope we can have a better game 2. So we got a batting opportunity here. We're already up 1-0. We will always take that, especially as the pitcher gives us something to work with. We're just going to go with a single since nobody's on. That's a solid hit in the right center. And it will go off the wall. I thought that one was easily going to be caught, but apparently I couldn't read that right. But we do get a double. So we're in scoring position with only one out. Obviously, we're going to try and steal a third here. Okay, we're back there.
These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Man at second. Runner breaks for third.
And we're in there easily. Okay. And Paredes got walked, too. Let's see if we can try this again. See, that's the animation. He gets stuck there, and we're already home by the time he throws it. There we go. We stole home. You'll love to see it. And it's 6-0. Okay, 6-0 lead for us to work with. We haven't even pitched yet. We love it. All right, and we got Stott swinging. 1K on the day. And Kelnick way in front of that circle change. And our catcher gets him out running to first. So 2 down, back-to-back Ks. All right, we got a boss challenge for Acuna. Let's just go for this one so we can get a package if we're good at it. If we're successful, rather. And Acuna swings and misses, and we got an immaculate inning. We love that. Give us all those extra tokens. Absolutely beautiful way to start after the team gave us a 6-0 lead. And I did help. I got us a run. All right, so top of the second, we're up 7-0 now. Nobody on, one out. There's a little base hit up the middle. They were all shifted over, so that worked in my favor. A little weak hit, though, but we're back on base. Now we got Paredes, who got walked. We're back.
There goes the runner. And that one hit to
Okay,
first.
so no double play there. If we wouldn't have stalled, that would have been a double play.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him.
Okay, now we got Bregman.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now it's Alex Bregman. Runner takes off.
Bregman hits that. That will be a grounder to third. Over to first, and we are through 2.
And they get Bregman for the out. That ends
Or the top of the second, rather. Okay, Austin Riley leading off the top of the second, or bottom of the second for the Braves. Looking to get something going after going down 7-0 through the first 1.5 frames. And Austin Riley strikes out looking. 1 down in the bottom of the second. And Olsen finally goes down swinging. Back-to-back Ks, 2 down in the bottom of the second. Matt Olsen put up a huge at-bat there. Made me throw a lot of pitches. Bottom of the third now, Michael Harris is second, leading off for the Braves. And Harris hits that deep to center. Pete Crow tracking it and gets the fly out. 1 down in the bottom of the third. And Hoskins swings and misses, and we got 2 down in the bottom of the third. And J.P. Crawford hits that into shallow left field. I believe Alcantara makes the catch. All right, top of the fourth. We're back up on deck here. Nobody on, 2 outs. We're 2 for 2. That's a solid hit into center, and it will drop, and we are 3 for 3 on the day. Chance to add some stolen bases to our totals. Paredes is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run.
Those are the ones where you gotta make them pay.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Save really close. Scott leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Here we're going.
Runner goes.
That's a grounder to third, to first. We're through 3.5 now. We got Bryson Stott leading off the bottom of the fourth, trying to get something started for his team here. And Bryson Stott goes down swinging. 1 down in the bottom of the fourth. And Kelenic swings and misses. Back-to-back Ks. We got 2 down in the bottom of the fourth at 9 Ks on the day. And Acuna gets called out looking. We strike out the side. We're through 4. Okay, we got a challenge here on the mound. Let's try and end it without allowing a run and 1 or fewer base runners. Should be doable. Austin Riley. He doesn't come up with anything there, and he is down on strikes. We got our 11th strikeout on the day. And Olsen rips that into right field. But Colton Cowser comes up with it. 2 down now. And Sean Murphy swings and misses. Another K, and we are through 5. All right, batting again here. Nobody on, 1 out. We're perfect on the day. See if we can continue it. And we will not be perfect. 1 pitch ground out. There's 2 down now. All right, Michael Harris the second, leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Braves. See if we can continue pitching well here. And Harris, 1 pitch, hits that out into center. Pete Crow makes the catch. 1 down. And Hoskins hits that. And our first baseman thought about throwing it to me, but Triolo takes it to the bag himself. 2 down now in the bottom of the 6th. And JP hits that to second. Over to first. We are through 6. All right, Bryson Stott, top of the order now. We're up 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th. And Bryson Stott breaks up the shutout and the perfect game. Just absolutely blasted that out of here. Thankfully, we have a huge cushion to work with, so we're not going to let it bother us too much. Yeah, it sucks to give up a home run, especially a freaking blast like that, but we still got a 7-run cushion to work with, so I think we'll be okay. And Kelenic goes down swinging in 3 pitches. That'll be a nice way to quiet down the crowd after that Stott homer. And Acuna, 1 pitch, hits that in the left. And a jump. And it doesn't go out, so it's not a home run, but it will be a double. So with 1 out, they are in scoring position. And you gotta be shitting me, man. Austin Riley freaking hits a 2-run bomb out of here, and it's 8-3. This game is cheesing me right now. There's no way. That was like a perfect release. And we're probably pulled after that. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, good. And we get Matt Olson looking on strikes. 2 down now, but we've given up 3 runs. And, okay, coach decides to pull me now. Okay. I would have just let me finish the inning, but whatever. Okay, top of the 8th, we're hitting here. 8-3 game still after I gave up those 2 homers and those 3 runs. Hopefully our pitching staff can shut the door. That's not a very good hit into center. That's just going to be a fly out to end the 8th. Top half anyway. Okay, we added a bunch of runs to our total, but they also did too. Thankfully, Thankfully, we should still be in line for the win, but also maybe not. I don't know how it really works. But at least I didn't give up 7 runs. So, there's that. That's hitting the left. And, of course, it's gone. Dude, how freaking rigged is this, man? We had an 8-0 lead at one point. But because the Braves are a stacked team, the game says no, they have to come back and get to within 2. So I don't think I'm in line for the win anymore. So that's just going to be a wasted. It's just going to be a wasted pitching performance. I hate when I spend all this time pitching and then we don't even come out of it with a win. It's just like, oh, you just wasted all your time. Now watch Stott hit another frickin' homer and tie it up here. No, thankfully that should be it. There we go. Finally. Should have been done. We did get the win, though. Okay. Okay, so we do take the series even if we lose the last one. Definitely not a good game for the rest of the pitching staff. There's no reason why we shouldn't have won 8-3 or whatever. There's no reason they should have gotten that close to coming back. But we still get the win regardless. It wasn't a wasted pitching performance. Let's see if we can sweep the Braves in Game 3. Alright, so starting off the third and final game of the series with the Boss Challenge, we are boosted. We got 1 out, a runner in scoring position. Let's try and go for a double or better. We got to string some hits together. We've been kind of lackluster. That's a solid hit to right. Not sure if it'll get out. And it's gone. It's a 2-0 game. Our first homer of the video, I believe. I don't think we've gotten one. Great start to the game there for me, but we saw what happened in Game 2. We had a huge lead after the first inning, and they still came back to almost tie it. So, with this team, we just got to keep piling on them. We cannot let them get anything. We're back up to bat here. We're boosted again. They got to within 1, but we got a runner on first. See if we can get something else here. Doesn't have to be a homer, but it just needs to be something good. All right, he's stealing, and he's in there safe, so he's now in scoring position with no outs. All right, we take a 4-pitch walk. Easy at bat there. I didn't even have to swing once. So now Paredes, he's 0 for 1 with the ground out, but we know he can come up clutch. He's got 2 on with no outs. And that'll get through. Is he going home? Yes, he is. I'm going 3. And he's in there. It's 3-1. Runners on the corners with no outs. And Bregman, we're boosted again. Okay, and we are in there. We're in there with a stolen base. We stole home. It's 4-1. Okay, 5-1 now in the top of the 4th. Runner in scoring position with 2 down. And there we go. How about that? New bat flip animation and everything, and it's 7-1. Absolutely crushed it out of here. Number 40.
And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-1.
This is the type of performances we need. But of course, we can't do this in the actual playoffs when it matters the most to absolutely dominate the Braves. Every year, we just get absolutely gobsmacked by the Braves. But then we have a series like this and we can just go off on them. Maybe we should have terrible regular season performances against them. So that way in the playoffs we can just dominate. Okay, but we're back up 7-4. So the game is trying to cheese them. The game is trying to cheese it. They want it to be a close one. And that is not going to be anything good. We do not like those, but it is what it is. All right, we're back up to bat again, and it is 8-6. We're leading off the top of the 9th. I'm just waiting to I'm just waiting to see that it's tied and we're in like the bottom of the 10th. I'm just waiting for it. And there we go. That'll be a hit into left field. I was worried that the shortstop was going to snag it. Thankfully, he did not, so we get a leadoff single. Okay. Try and go for some stolen bases here. Paredes 2 for 4. We're going. That's down in the dirt, and we are in second without even a throw. We love to see that. Now let's try and get third. He crushes that. That's down. Good thing that wasn't snagged, but we're in from second. It's 9-6. There's no outs. And there you go. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? We got 4 runs in the top of the 9th. And they come back with 3 of their own with bases juiced.
So bases all loaded up. This is Bryson Stott.
We got to hope Ryan Walker can actually do something here. Our pitching staff has just been atrocious in this one. And there we go. Thankfully, he pops it up and doesn't just absolutely blast it out of here. And Ha-Seong Kim. Actually, no, that is Alex Bregman. Ha-Seong Kim is our shortstop. And we sweep the Braves. We absolutely love it. Finished 12-9. Games 2 and 3 ended up a lot closer than they should have. I think game 1 was like the only one where we just like dominated them the whole time. But we went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, a single, 4 ribbies, 4 runs, and 2 stolen bases. 7 for 13 in that series of 2 home runs, 4 ribbies. We're now 37-10, first in the NL Central. You love to see it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you did get some enjoyment out of it. I know it wasn't really exciting for my at-bat appearances, but we did get a couple home runs there at the end of the episode. And we did have a very good pitching performance up until that one inning where we gave up the 2 home runs, totaling 3 runs total. But, I mean, we still got the win out of it, which is good. Wasn't a wasted pitching performance. But obviously the Braves, this game, like there's certain teams where you know the game is just always going to be like, no, it's got to be closer, or no, you can't dominate them like that. And that's like the Dodgers, the Braves, Yankees. Those are the teams off the top of my head. I just know, like, no matter what, the game is always like, no, you can't dominate them that bad, you know. Like, you're up 8-0 on them, we can't allow that. So it's just kind of, that's really when you can tell how, like, cheese the game is sometimes, because it'll just be like, no, we're gonna let them come. Like, it can be the top of the 9th or bottom of the 9th. You'll be up like 17-0, and they'll come back with 2. They'll come back from 2 outs. With 2 outs, they'll come back with, like, the first 2 batters will get out, and then everybody else will like freaking get on base, and they'll get home runs, and then it'll be like final score will be like 17-16, and you're like, okay. But anyway, that's just me ranting and raving. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully, don't know if you're watching this on the day, but hopefully you have a good 4th of July, or hopefully you had a good 4th of July. I don't particularly celebrate, but if you do, hopefully you had a good one, or will have a good one. But I'm going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again so much for watching, and until next time, take care. Also, I don't think I said it, but if you didn't, make sure to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell to turn on all notifications so you never miss a future one of my videos. All right, now that that's out of the way, thank you for watching. Till next time, take care.